Hey there, truth seekers! Today, let's dive into one of the most shocking and little-known aspects of American history. Black slave owners in the New World. Yes, you heard right. Some free African Americans owned slaves themselves. This started as early as 1654 and continued through the Civil War. For me, the fascinating questions are, how many black masters were there? How many slaves did they own? And why? Let's kick things off with a bit of context. In 1654, a black man named John Kacer was declared a slave for life by another black man, Anthony Johnson. This wasn't just a one-off case. By the 1720s, free blacks owned slaves in places like Boston and Connecticut. By 1790, 48 black people in Maryland owned a total of 143 slaves. One particularly notorious figure is Nat Butler, a black Maryland farmer who actively bought and sold slaves for the Southern trade. On the eve of the Civil War, a group of free black people in New Orleans even offered their services to the Confederacy to protect their status and property. These men formed the Native Guards, Louisiana, swearing to defend the Confederacy. Remarkably, when New Orleans fell to the Union, some of these same men switched sides and formed the Native Guard Corps d'Afrique to defend the Union. So, how many black slave owners were there really? According to Carter G. Woodson, in 1830, 3,776 free black people owned 12,907 slaves. While this is a small fraction compared to the total number of slaves in the United States, it's still significant. The reasons for owning slaves varied. Many free black people owned family members to protect them. For example, a husband might buy his enslaved wife to ensure her safety. Others, like some free black people in Louisiana, owned large numbers of slaves purely for profit. The Mitoye family in Natchitoches Parish collectively owned 215 slaves. But, hold on, there's a twist. By 1860, the number of free blacks owning slaves had decreased significantly. Lauren Schwenninger notes that by the Civil War, this phenomenon had nearly vanished in the Upper South, though it persisted in places like Louisiana. It's a tough pill to swallow, but the history of slavery in America is complex and colorblind. The evil business of owning another human being affected black and white people alike. Yet it's crucial to remember that most black slave owners were trying to protect their loved ones in a deeply flawed system. So, there you have it, folks, the shocking, complex, and often distressing truth about black slave owners in the New World. Understanding this part of history helps us appreciate the intricate, sometimes contradictory human behaviors that shaped our past. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into history.